Goddamn conversations with legends. Crazy how one day your idols can turn into your brethren. Bitches we severing. Hit up my.
What's up, y'all? Here to talk about this psychological logic, the mixtape. You know, this is the unofficial mixtape that he released in 2009, back when he was still being called psychological for some reason. I am so glad dude changed his name, because that, not only would that have been I can't speak. Not only would that have been really whack and kind of lame, but psychological, that's just a long ass name. Like, hey, you heard that new psychological song? Damn, nigga, it took you, what's that, psychological? It took you 5 syllables just to tell me the fucking artist. That's a goddamn shame. But yeah, dude, this is his first mixtape. First official or unofficial, I don't know what this is. This is the first mixtape I think that you can find online, you know, without a whole bunch of searching. But yeah, dude, it's got 10 tracks on it. I listened to it, and here to tell y'all what I think. Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell you that I do like this mixtape. I do like it. I don't like it a lot, but I do like it. I like the vibes that he had on it. You can tell that from the get-go, Logic was really focused on having songs that, you know, that everybody can listen to. You know that. You know, if some people don't like a couple of these tracks, they'll probably like these other couple of tracks on this mixtape. I don't think there's anybody that would hate this mixtape at all, because there's a few different sounds on it. It's not just one thing all the way down. And I'll quickly run through the tracks I liked. I liked the first track a lot. I just dug the vibe of it. I dug the hook. I dug the instrumental. You know, I dug the way that he was rapping on it. It was all tight, and I like that little solo. I don't know what instrument that is in the last like half of the record, but it's a good track. It's a good track. Blow Your Mind has some good lines on it. Logic on the beat is definitely one of those kind of spittery tracks, but definitely you can tell that, you know, all this flow and all this rap skill did not come to him overnight. You know, you can tell from these tracks that he didn't used to be the best lyricist in the world. He was never whack. Like, none of this is whack. But A Third Person Story is definitely a dope track. It's pretty much like the track. Oh damn, I really cannot speak today. It's really like the title. Damn it, where are my thoughts? It's really like the title suggests. He's telling his story, but from a third-person perspective. And, you know what? It's a cool track. It's a cool little track. Rap Man. That's my shit right there. Rap Man is pretty much a track where he's playing the character of a superhero. And, of course, his superpower is rhyming ability. And while, you know, there are some corny moments in the track, like, Rap Man, you just killed all of my favorite rappers as well. Like, there are some really lame-ass moments in there. But most of the moments are actually pretty sweet. And he rips the last verse of this thing. Oh my god. And it has the signature shit that you hear on Logic mixtapes, where he ends a killer-ass verse with that Mortal Kombat sample. Or that Street Fighter sample, my bad. Hadouken! And then the last track, Street Dreams, is definitely a dope track. Now, I'm not going to spoil that one for you, but just know, that shit was dope. That shit was dope. Now, as for negatives, for one, this mixtape feels kind of dated. You know, you can clearly tell that this was made in 2009. And it's not the good kind of dated either. It's the kind of dated where it's like, this is really wrapped up in its time period. Like, you can, every beat, the way he records his verses, like, you can tell that this was straight out of 2009. If you didn't know and somebody asked you, when do you think this was made? You'd say 2008, 2009. And you'd be right on the money. Like, and another negative is that for a lot of this mixtape, I didn't really get a whole lot in terms of the lyrics department. I didn't get a whole lot of flow. I didn't get a whole lot of metaphors. A whole lot of metaphors that jumped out at me. There were definitely metaphors, but a couple of them was whack. I'm not gonna lie. A couple of these was whack. And I do gotta say, there were 3 songs on here that I really wasn't feeling. Why Would I Lie, 95 Tip, and Hunger. All three of those songs, I feel like Logic recorded them and he like listened to them and he was like, yeah, that was dope. He really thought these were dope, and they're not really. There's a lot of lame on here, but then again, I gotta give him some slack. This is his first mixtape. Like, gotta give some slack. And this was back in 2009. My God. This was 8 years ago now. Jesus Christ. And dude has come a long way. And dude isn't bad on here either. This is actually a pretty dope ass mixtape. I gotta say that it's an enjoyable listen. I'm not gonna come back to it all that much. I'm definitely gonna come back to a third person story, Rap Man, and Street Dreams. But even the other tracks I liked, I don't really have that much of a desire to hear them again. But with all that being said, if you're trying to become a Logic fan, like if you've, listened to Under Pressure or you've listened to Incredible True Story, it ain't nothing to just come all the way back. You might as well come full circle. You might as well jump all the way to the beginning and just, go on the journey with him. Logic the Mixtape, back when he was being called Psychological, and then going to Young Broken Infamous and Young Sinatra, If you're already a Logic fan and you just never listened to this, like I never listened to it, go ahead. Go ahead if you're curious. If you're really not that interested in it, you're not missing much. It's like 10 tracks, and it's not that serious. Like, it's not, none of this is Logic's best material. Not a single track on here is an ounce of Logic's best material. So you don't have to listen to this, but if you choose to, you won't be disappointed. It's just that you're not missing nothing if you don't. But I enjoyed this, and I'm willing to give it a pretty solid B. It's a tight mixtape, it really is. Make sure you check out my next video where I review Young Broken Infamous. It probably won't be the very next video on my channel, but it'll be the next Logic video. There you go. Check out my next Logic video where I record the mixtape Young Broken Infamous, the official mixtape debut of Logic. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload. And with that being said, have a great day, you glorious bastards.